Last time our model was really looking at chaos, which is what economic development is quite often when you look at it, university as a whole. And our goal was really in strengthening communication and relationships so that we can really start emphasizing some of the impacts that we are having. Lots of great work is going on. We don't all know about it, unfortunately. And what we are doing isn't always contributing to the entirety of economic development. And also really trying to integrate and look at how the community factors into that. So often we end up in our silos and we look at, this is what we do it well, this is our program, and we don't really look at that impact then on the community and how that filters back up. And that really kind of goes into what we did today with our map as well. And what we looked at in the center here, we really identified place-based, interdisciplinary, engaged units that we knew of and that were working well together. So it's Cura, it's UROC, it's SIL. We already have functioning relationships. What we did is in gray here, and for the most part these are dashed lines, are existing relationships that aren't necessarily very strong. Although you see some that are thicker lines. And for instance, between Cura and UROC and SIL, we already have functioning relationships when it comes to economic development. But what we realize is for the most part this is on a project level. And that's really what we thought of as the key in moving forward as well, is that the agenda needs to focus on projects, but then also look at sustainability. Because quite often we've done a project for 2 or 3 years and it's fantastic and there's great results that come out of it. Well, what happens after that? And so we felt that Cura, UROC, SIL were all relatively well positioned as place-based institutions to continue that work in those relationships and moving forward, and that would really be the key. And what we'd like to do, and this is what the light blue lines represent, is what we desire to happen, and that's pulling in so many of these other groups that are working on economic development. The law school, Humphrey, Carlson, especially the student enterprise system. So Carlson Ventures, Carlson Consulting, who we use on different projects, but again, they can be used so much more. One of the big ones, BCED, Business, Community, and Economic Development, doing great work, but they need to be pulled into the center here, and that's part of the problem, is that we see these people almost as satellites in some respects, and we need to bring them into the center and the whole, and that's through relationship building primarily, and communication. The other thing to highlight really quickly would be university services and HR and the policies that exist, and how those can be changed or broadened to actually contribute more to what we're doing as far as economic development. It's really that balance between being project focused, because that's where we're accomplishing things, especially in economic development, and then looking at it in a sustainable manner though, so we can keep the momentum really moving forward when it comes to development.
I mean, I think it did seem like the challenge of, there are major units doing economic development work, but not conceiving of it